The following changes have occurred over the past day. Russian troops continue to press in the Red Liman direction. A couple of days ago, in the area of Tern, Russian troops on several armored vehicles moved out of the wide ravine. The enemy is constantly hitting infantry with cluster munitions, armored vehicles with conventional projectiles. The fighters reached the eastern edge of the Kurakhovskaya beam, after which they pushed the enemy back 400 meters. The gullies themselves are large ravines. Therefore, the military most often try to circumnavigate them along the edge, since the lowland is located in the center. Therefore, the presence of warriors is mainly fixed on the edge of the beams. Russian troops have also achieved success in the area of the neighboring beam, which is located just to the north. There are dozens of different beams in Ukraine without names, including this one. The military advanced 3 kilometers. We have achieved serious tactical success. In the Krasnolimansky direction, south of the Stele of the Mass Grave, soldiers are processing enemy trenches with artillery. They are preparing the ground for the upcoming assault. As before, intense fighting is taking place in the Avdiivka direction. South of the Zarya Horticultural Society, after taking the junction of the forest plantations, the horsemen decided to carry out a counterattack to regain their lost position. There was a contact shooting battle. The soldiers were actively assisted by gunners. As a result, the fighters held this point. The enemy, having suffered losses in wounded and killed, returned back. The fighters are preparing for new tactical successes. Northeast of Avdiivka, the troops of the Vostok Group are also taking the initiative. To the west of the Molotovsky Pond, the soldiers, during heavy clashes, squeezed the Apu out of a 1 square kilometer area. The Ukrainian forces are constantly providing fire resistance. A drone strike hit one stationary infantry fighting vehicle. Most likely, the crew was absent during the defeat, and before the impact, the equipment hit a mine. The fighters are gradually tightening their grip around the eastern part of Avdiivka. In the Kurakhovsky direction, the troops of the 1st Army Corps continue to make attempts to advance in the area of Novomykhailovka. The Apu still has enough strength to hold positions. To create gaps in the Ukrainian defense, the VKS aviation throws off half-ton bombs at the enemy, who is stationed in the western part of the village. In the Kherson direction, the troops of the Dnepr Group continue to hit the Apu and Krinky. Each time it becomes more difficult for the Ukrainian command from the opposite shore to rotate. Fighters with kamikaze drones and grenade-dropping drones destroy 2 boats with a crew every day. Over the past day, 6 boats have been eliminated. At the same time, artillery installations and anti-aircraft missile systems of the right bank are being put out of action every day. In Matrenko, the Lancet struck the launcher Iris-T. The liquidation of 2 such installations has been announced.